About to go live. What's going on, my people?
What's
We
up?
are
Welcome,
live.
welcome.
We are live.
Live
And
people.
you already know what that means. It's another Monday, and welcome to Technically Speaking News, because we're giving you news.
That you
That
can
you can
use.
use.
All right. What's going on? Man, I love seeing my peoples. My people. My people.
Starting off the week strong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
welcome,
As we
welcome to
should.
March. Welcome to the first episode of March, episode 88.
88. And speaking of
Mhm.
88, you know the number of eight, it means new beginnings. And since you got double new beginnings, that means we got new beginnings.
Hey.
But with that being said, talk to me, guys. Bobby,
Yes.
how was your weekend? I always start with lady first. Don, don't get offended. I'm telling you right now.
Nice. I would do the
Always
same
start.
thing, man.
Listen. I fully appreciate you. I'd be my weekend was jam packed starting on Friday afternoon. My weekend was jam packed. But listen, if you're tuning in, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Make sure that you comment, like, subscribe. Let us know where you are, where you're from,
Yes.
and let us know how you like the show as we go through some of our entertainment topics. So again, welcome to Technically Speaking. So listen, my weekend was jam packed. Friday, we started with the wedding, which was
Ooh,
fantastic, but it was an hour and a half drive out to the hill country of Texas and stuff. Very beautiful.
okay.
Congratulations to the happy couple. Saturday, we
Congrats.
actually, wait, did I what?
I said congrats.
Oh, congrats. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm sorry. I heard
What
something
did
else. I
Dinky
was like,
say?
what?
What you
Relax.
gotta say?
I heard relax. I was like, no, I wasn't relaxed. I was in heels the whole night.
Man.
It's all good. Last Sunday, kind of a last minute, we were asked to host a lowrider cholo party here at our house this Saturday for some friends of ours from church whose birthdays ended up being within like a week of each other. So we're like, we just put them all together and stuff. And so we came out true cholo style, and my
Hey.
husband my husband made me a shirt, and
Like lean back side to side. Bobby looks like she's caught up in the matrix, everybody.
Oh
But we
no,
gonna
my
get
dance
so
moves froze the internet. Oh man.
had a lot of fun. Had a lot of fun. And yesterday was the very last day of the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. I absolutely love the stock show and rodeo. I love everything about it. Getting to teach, city kids and stuff about farm life, agriculture, getting to educate the youth about the different types of crops that are found here in Texas. You know that we have over 127,000 acres of farm ranch here in this beautiful state of Texas and stuff. And there's
wow.
so many crops that come out of here and stuff. So
Yeah.
I love educating the youth. We got the kids. We went to go see some mutton busting. That's one of my favorites. Is where the kids ride the sheep,
Okay.
and
Wait, hold on. Did you say mutton busting?
mutton busting.
Mutton busting. That
Yeah.
sound country.
Is
Tell
that
us, tell us,
goats?
give
Is
me,
that like a
give me
goat
some.
riding or something?
Yeah,
It's riding.
I
It's
need some
riding
that
sheep.
riding sheep.
So
Sheep.
they
Okay.
have kids. Yeah, they have kids from the age of 4 to the age of 8. They get to go in, and they wear a helmet, and they wear a vest, and they get to kind of represent where they're from, and they go in and
That's
they
cool.
ride sheep, and based off of how well they do out there in the barn, they get to go to the big show in the Freeman Coliseum whenever they do the big rodeo. So the kids go out there and do mutton busting on a more professional arena and stuff. So
I wonder if
right
that's gonna be
after
in the Olympics in 2028. Mutton
I
bust.
I doubt it. I doubt it. But as soon as they finish, Mercy's all, "Mommy, can we get a sheep?" She said,
Oh,
"I want to do mutton busting next year." So I told my husband, "Go ahead, extend the pig pen. We'll put the pigs on one side. We'll put the sheep on the other. Let's get some sheep." So
The
we'll
there
only
you
see.
mutton I want is on my dinner plate. Yeah.
Ew,
Some
that's an
grizzled
acquired taste for
mutton.
sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as we finished the mutton busting, we went
And them
straight into
lamb
the
chops.
Coliseum, and we watched bullfighting. So I love bullfighting, and so we went in there, watched that, had a lot of fun. I love the rodeo and stuff. So anything having to do with country life, I'm all
hmm
for it. That American way of life.
Dude, I
So
would love to go to a
it,
rodeo, man. Like I remember when I was living in Las Vegas, the PBR would come into town, and I never
oh
caught
yeah.
their shows, man. But like they have one of the
Oh
hugest like events in Vegas. I heard like for the Pro Bull Riding
yeah,
Association or whatever.
Oh, so PBR is
I do.
pro
Yeah,
bull.
professional bull riding.
It's
Mhm.
not. It's also beer, right? Originally, I was thinking of the beer, right? Pabst Blue Ribbon, but nah, it's professional bull riding.
It is,
Right?
yeah. So if you have the
I ain't
opportunity,
alone
definitely
on
in the
that one.
Texas area, right after the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo finishes, if you're in the Houston area, the Houston Stock Show and Rodeo started today, and then they'll switch and go to the Dallas Fort Worth area and stuff. So if you are in the Texas area, absolutely go and see that. Take advantage of that. I do believe if you're military, as long as you have an ID card, you're an ID card holder, you do get in for free grounds admission and stuff. So
So
lots of
it
fun. Go
seems
take
like
the
you have
family.
a hand-packed pumpkin pie mutton busting with.
That's crazy. And I just came back from watching some bull riding right now too. So
Right on,
I
right
told
on.
y'all, I was like, man, I still got dirt on my face from the cattle that were kicking up dirt.
Don, oh my
So,
God, the OG millennial, what's going on in the millennial world in your space, brother?
growing, man. We're learning life, taking life lessons one day at a time,
Mm-hmm.
Man, life
and
is a
then
lesson.
and growing business. You know, that's what I'm doing,
Okay.
man.
Good.
I've been filling out my work week with more work, and it's starting to take its toll a little bit, catching up to me a little bit. You know, back to oh man, there was a while where I was only working 4 days a week. It was so nice, man. Now that I'm back to five, it's the grinding life, man. It's tough, but it's
I
worth it
thought.
in the end. You know, gotta
Mm-hmm.
compensate for these high California wages.
Hear
What
you.
about
I
you,
hear
Corey?
you.
Man, what's up with you, bro?
Well, I just this past weekend was pretty good. But do you know since it's March, and here at Technically Speaking News, we always want to be aware of the times and the things that's going on and show celebration. It's Women's History Month, man. It is Women's History Month, and like Tupac said, um, if he said something about a lady and a baby, and you can't make a decision.
Oh, so is that dear mama?
Dear mom, no, keep your head up. But
That's a
yeah,
good
we
one too.
want to like I've just been chilling, man. Like honestly, I've been excited about this show. I've been excited. Watch my camera move with me. Watch it move with me. Watch it move. Okay, yes. Oh, now it want to give me a delay. But no, man, I've just been excited because I've been waiting for this show. Um, Last week, Thursday,
Yep.
I was at my computer, right, doing some work, prepping for a client, and boom, I get a notification. Mortal Kombat 2 trailer comes out. So I was like, wait a minute, hold on, hold the phone, stop the press, chill with the pills. I gotta see what's going on. Man, Mortal Kombat 2, the trailer is out. Now,
Mm-hmm.
last week we talked about the first time we've ever experienced a fatality in a video game, right? You know, head ripped off, torso falling on the ground, spikes in a pit, a pool of people. You know what I'm saying? Say
Mm-hmm.
that 10 times fast. Pits in a pool of people. But no, I was like amazed. So at first I wanted to bust down the whole episode and say we only talking about Mortal Kombat, but then I realized we can't do the ladies like that. Ladies, it is Women's History Month. And I do want to give
Hey.
a shout out to our viewers right there. JS3456P2M. He asked us about the new Apple release. Yeah, we heard about the Apple iPhone 17e. It's the Apple phone. Let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Apple is one of the great products. But this ain't that. And that ain't this. And shout out to Danielle Barrett Sports Highlight 5851. Hope I didn't butcher that. Happy Monday, and what's
It's
up to you?
all about the
But
Android life.
I wouldn't say that either, though.
No, I was like, absolutely not.
Until they
You know
come
what?
in
You know,
with
brother, go ahead and go get that Apple 17. Go ahead.
But you know what?
Go right on ahead.
I did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I did see that Galaxy S26, and that thing looks nice, right?
Mm.
I'm from a Galaxy holder, so I could say that. But that iPhone, whew, it's just to me, all Apple did was just take a good camera and put it on the phone. But we ain't talking about that. That ain't that, and this ain't that, and that ain't this. We talking about
Moving
Mortal
on.
Kombat.
Yeah.
All right, so Mortal Kombat came out in 1993. tender age of 1993. And ever since that game came out, people have spent millions of quarters on this game. Why? Because this is the game that, even though you was a kid, you could do adult things. Like kill somebody. I mean, unalive. Oh, I shouldn't have said it. You can unalive people in a video game, right? And I, for one, was like, oh, I don't care about getting to the last boss, because the last game I played that was similar to this, it was cartoons and people throwing fireballs and spinning in the air and jumping on your head and stuff like this. But this is different. Blood.
Hadouken.
You know, Hadouken. You went from Hadouken to get over here.
So you know the crazy thing, man? The freeze, right? It was almost like same moves, move formation for move formation, right? Like,
yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I guess you know, you have to get something from somewhere. But when I never forget, man, when somebody threw an ice ball at me, and I was like twisting the joystick real hard to try to get out of it, right? It didn't matter because the uppercut came, and it was just like a regular uppercut. You know, on Street Fighter, you do that one uppercut, and you just get on this game, you flew in the air. It was like somebody just threw you up in the air, and then you landed. It was like ha ha, and you'll just pause because he was like blood everywhere. He flew it. You thought he was dead, but he didn't. And then he throws a spear at you and just grabs you. I'm sorry. What is y'all take on this Mortal Kombat trailer that I put it in? I shared it in the group chat right afterwards. I know y'all saw it because I saw y'all like it.
Can we play it? Can we play it now?
You know,
do you have it unlocked?
I'm afraid we might get shut down if I do it the wrong way.
All right, no, let's not get shut down.
But look, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Let's go ahead and try it. I'm with it. Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
It's a good trailer, man.
It's a real good trailer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure I do it on our channel just in case, so we won't get in any kind of trouble. But y'all go ahead and chime along in while I go look for the channel.
All right, man. So I think that the cool thing about the movie coming out, right, is they're using mostly the same characters. They're not bringing in like new cast or trying to create something new. They're keeping it original. So it's going to be easier for me to concentrate on what's going on because I'll already be familiar with the characters, you know.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
Who did you like playing? What characters did you like playing with?
Oh, I was Sub-Zero all day, man. He was the only finisher that I learned how to do, right? Where you freeze him and then you walk up and you punch him and he explodes into a million pieces. Like that was the only finisher I knew how to do. But
nice.
Yeah, Sub-Zero, because it was kind of like I already knew how to do the fireball for Ken and Ryu, so it was the same move, right? Just you go the opposite way and he does the slide, right? And yeah. The more later games, you started becoming more advanced and shit, and then there started being two of them. And what I'm gonna get into that in the millennial moment. Right? There was a lot of video games that came out, man. A lot of movies too, man. They made a lot of movies, man. But this new one, man, I'd love to see this new one.
Bobby, who was your go-to character?
So I did like Sub-Zero, but I think my go-to characters, I had two of them. One of them was Raiden, and the other one was I'm gonna damage. I don't know. Reptile. I think it was Reptile.
No, Reptile was there. Yeah,
he was, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I like to do the tongue thing. You're like, and like grab people and then like. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I was like, my thing, my character was Liu Kang. Only
I knew it.
Thought he was like you, right? And then when I found out how to do the little fireball, and then I was like, oh. And then when he could jump in the air and do it, I was in part 2. I was like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I could go ahead and I was just that's all you heard from me.
Yep. Liu Kang's got that fireball and that flying kick.
I'm about to go ahead. We're gonna do this real quick. We're about to go right into
say hello to Taylor Brands. Just go to their site, enter your LLC.
Let me know if y'all can see it. Can y'all see it?
Answer a few questions.
All right,
and that's it.
Boom. It's rated R.
Eesh. Take the little ones out the room.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. That went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell am I?
It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
That's got to be against the rules. Can't just go around killing people.
It's called Mortal Kombat for a reason.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You guys in or what? I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms or shoot lightning bolts. This has got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
There's a war going on outside. You could run, but you can't hide forever, ever.
It's time to become the hero you were meant to be. All right, you big ugly freak. It's showtime.
Get over here!
Only the strong survive.
Finish him!
Are you kidding me? You don't have any powers?
Just incredibly handsome.
Man, I can't tell you how excited I am. Oh my God.
On a scale of 1 to 10, man, I'm at 8. I like that. I like that a lot.
Nice. Me personally, I'm at 10. I'm at 10. Give me a 10. And if I get upset in a movie theater, you know what? It's still the nostalgia for me.
Mhm.
Because you got.
I want
you
to see
got-
what the plot is like.
What'd
You got to
say?
see that plot, right? You guys going to go to the theaters and watch this, or you waiting? You're waiting for the streaming.
No, I'm in theaters.
Theaters.
Are you going
Absolutely.
to go IMAX or regular?
I'm going to IMAX and
Man.
4D.
That's how you got to live it, right? Like
Yeah.
the 4D, that's the one with like this. You're actually moving with it too, right?
Yeah.
How much are those tickets, man?
Like $26.
How about
Oh,
that?
is
I think here they're like 24. You can get them on sale though
Oh,
too.
I thought it would be like $50 for that experience.
Well, I mean, I know that it was 26 when Jurassic Park was out. I'm not sure if it was something different, but if it is, I'll pay it. There's certain things like I'll pay for because of the fact that experience. Same thing with Marvel movies, especially when big movies come out like that. I gotta go see it in the biggest capacity because of the memories, not just because of the entertainment. Because I know I'm watching eventually again, either at home or if it's that good, go to the theaters and watch it again with my children. I ain't taking them to see this though. But yeah,
I think giving it a solid, like rating it a solid 8 was probably right up my alley too.
you guys are hard critics.
I got to see the plot, man. I like the cast so far, but
I mean,
you know what?
it could change. So
Yeah. Have you guys seen the first one though? You guys all seen the first, right?
yes,
Right.
I've seen
have.
almost all of them.
I'm talking
Wait,
about
are you talking about the first one of the new one, right?
the new one? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. I love the Scorpion story, man. That was a solid story.
Yeah, man. But like I said, this movie, it holds dear to me. Street Fighter as well. So you may get the same reaction out of me when I see the trailer for that one. But yeah, this one right. Yeah, this one. Talk to them. They don't know what you thought. I mean, I know we got an 8, but any nostalgia there for you?
absolutely. I mean, like so the game came out in '93. I was 6. I didn't play the game when I was 6. As I got older, I think when I was probably about 10, that was probably the first time I was what's the word? Like it was showcased to me, I guess. So I was like, man. And I remember one of the fatalities, I remember it might have been Scorpion, and they had pulled fatality, they had pulled their spinal cord out of the body, and the body fell to the floor. So he's just holding the skull with the spinal cord. And I was a kid, I'm like,
Yeah, I think
oh,
Scorpion.
it's very, very traumatic.
Yeah.
But
It
I was
makes you
like,
pee a
man,
little bit.
you had to learn how to do the fatality. It wasn't just, it's not like you just won the fight like that. You had to almost pause, so here, up, down, left, right, plus, minus. You know what I mean? You had to know how to do it. And so it took time to learn those characters and everything. So
Yeah.
definitely.
It's not like Roblox, you just run into somebody, you know what I'm saying? Boom, done. No. Our millennial video games, you had puzzles, you had strategic things, and when you thought the match was over, you had a chance to show everybody who was standing around you that you were the person, you were the man or the woman to beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
the games weren't just regular games. It took strategy, there was coordination, and there was a lot of memory. a lot of memorizing the moves.
A lot. OG, talk to him, man. I know you said you was gonna dive into some stuff. Let's go right here, brother.
Yeah, so fatalities were pretty mild for the first couple games, and then as you started getting into the third game and the fourth game, they started coming up with multiple fatalities and supreme fatalities and animal fatalities and baby fatalities. There were more fatality moves than there were actual moves in the video games, but I loved it. I had the first one. I even have one that's more recent. The gameplay on those are amazing, but I didn't go too deep into a dive for this stuff, But there were 12 video games that they've put out since the beginning. Corey, you called it. The first one came out in it was like the 92, 93 era. Second one came out at the end of 93, and MK3 came out in 95. 4 came out in 97. Deadly Alliance came out in 2002. Deception, 2004. Armageddon, 2006. MK versus DC. Now, that's a game that I loved so much, man. 2008, right? That brought me back into the Street Fighter fold. I had stopped playing Street Fighter completely once Mortal Kombat came out, and I just became a Mortal Kombat guy, right? All my quarters went to the Mortal Kombat machine instead of the Street Fighter machine. So when they linked up with DC and shit, and I was like, oh man, or yeah. I was like, that was good. But MK, right, came out in 11. Then they got MKX, and that's the most recent one that I got, and it's a fun one. I downloaded it off of the PlayStation network, and one of those free games, and it's really cool because not only do you have the extended cast of like all of the movies prior to 2015 characters in the game, they had bonus characters in the game too, like Jason Voorhees, the alien creature, Predator, Leatherface. Were some other extra characters that were in this game too, right? And so they had their own fatalities and finishers and shit. But it's complicated now. Like the graphics are so much more enhanced compared to the way they were back in the 90s that it's mind blowing. The different levels now that you have for the interaction in the game, right? Before, if you were playing Mortal Kombat, it would just be towers. And you had to go through each tower section. If you made it to the end tower, you won the game. But this one, now in the new games, the tower feature is just one small feature, But it always seems like a two-player game. I don't play the game as often because it's not like I have people over playing like against each other. And I'm not an online guy, so I played the storyline, and the storyline for it was great, but that's about as far as I played it so far, But the movies were great too, right? Like, do you guys remember they put out 4 or 5 movies? You guys remember any of the movies or which one of those movies stood out the most to you guys?
Mortal Kombat 2, the very first Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That's what it was called. That movie, because the first one was kind of like, but the second one, I think they even had it when Liu Kang turned into a dragon and bit old boy head body off. I was like, yes, this is what we really wanted. But the soundtrack of the first one, it still hits today. Like I noticed, and I don't know if any of you guys caught it, but in this trailer, it had Wu-Tang mixed in with the soundtrack, and I was like, wow, that's gonna be amazing. I know all the hip hop heads are gonna go and watch this movie for the simple fact that we grew up on this. But yeah, man, it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Bobby? Talk to us.
So I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty positive I saw the one that you're talking about, the Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and I know that that came out sometime. I had to have been in high school because that's my only memory of it. Either it came out. What year did it come out?
What year did it come out, Dr. Poole?
What, the
Oh
first one?
no,
The second one.
Let's see. The first one came, I think it was like 97 or 98.
yeah. Okay,
First one
so
came out in 95.
definitely, definitely not high school. I was definitely like late elementary that I remember that. And so
Right.
any of like the soundtrack artists and stuff, like I don't remember any of that. I wasn't paying attention to that. I was just looking at all the fight scenes and stuff. I wasn't interested in the music. As you get older, you're like, oh, you know what? You can start to pick up on the different pieces of music that they use, and so you're able to recognize that. But as a kid, I wasn't recognizing that. I didn't care. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just like the regular Mortal Kombat theme music. You could pick that out anywhere.
Anywhere.
We're in public. You're like, hey, do you hear that? Sounds like Mortal Kombat. Like, am I crazy?
You can play a blank screen on the TV for 30 seconds and just hear that. You're like, it's coming. I don't know when the video is coming in, but this is a Mortal Kombat commercial.
Yeah,
man. I like the first one better. I like the first one. I think if you like matched up the first original one with the new first one, the new first one is better than the original first one. But yeah, you guys are right about that soundtrack.
Yeah.
97. Yeah, the second one came out in 97. And then they went a long time before they made that new Mortal Kombat, right? That came out in 2021. So 07, 17, 23 years later, they put out another one. But they had a bunch of cartoon movies also. Did you guys ever watch any of the animated ones?
I did.
We did not.
I did. But did you know there was a YouTube series of Mortal Kombat? There was a YouTube series of Mortal Kombat. It had some high profile actors. Michael Jai White was in it. He played Jax, and it was gory too. Like Reptile, he ate somebody's head off. And it was filmed in another country. I don't want to say Japan, but it was one of those countries where video games and entertainment really collided a lot. And if you go online, you can still see it. It was the series, and it was great production. And manga, which you guys know, manga is real good with the anime. They actually produced it. It was amazing. So if you get a chance, take a look at it online. Look for it online.
All right.
Yeah.
So Mortal Kombat, they've been doing pretty good as far as an industry goes. Most of their work has been in the video game industry. The video game industry has definitely been keeping the Mortal Kombat name alive. And now they're doing remakes on the movies, man. And the graphics are amazing. The storyline for the new Mortal Kombat one was great. So it's going to be great to see the sequel. Hopefully this isn't one of those fall-off sequels, though. Like I like the first new Mortal Kombat because it was only centered around a couple characters, right? And so now we're bringing in entire lineups. So it'll be interesting to see how they, the storyline. I want to see a storyline. I got to see this plot.
I'm surprised they haven't done something kind of like how Marvel has, where they've taken each character and you get to learn their storyline and how their story lines up with all the other characters. You know what I mean?
They did it in a video game. Kung Lao and Liu Kang had their own little video game where it was more of an adventure. But even still, it had it where you can be part of the video. You can play a battle portion of the game as well. Mortal Kombat definitely has spin-off capability. definitely has. You can go do the Mortal Kombat universe, so to speak, right? Like Marvel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
DC did. I just don't know who could be able to hold their own universe outside of Sub-Zero and Scorpion. You feel what I'm saying? Like Jax maybe can incorporate Sonya in there because they both got the military background. But Johnny Cage, I can understand why he wasn't in the first one, because to me, Johnny Cage was one of the worst characters on the video game. He had all power, but he moved real he just
Slow.
like
you got to be close to hit him with the ball punch, you know, and that was like his number one move. If you didn't know how to do the flat kick.
Yeah, and on some of the versions that they updated, when you did it to like Katana, nothing happened. Like nothing happened. I was like, okay, so you know, she throw later. I want to hit her in the it wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening.
That's funny. That is funny. That's hilarious.
But yeah, Don, OG, talk to us. Is that all you got for the Mortal Kombat? You got any more? I know you usually come with the trivia, and I got a trivia for y'all if y'all don't know.
Did Mortal Kombat ever have any? They ever have any comic books come out?
Yeah, they actually.
I'm not a comic book
I know,
guy. I'm not sure.
I know that there's a lot of like MK nerds out there and stuff, and they'll sit there, they collect the merchandise and things. And I think Mortal Kombat's one of those things that can last through, you know, kind of like the ages, because now as Mortal Kombat 2 comes out, now the younger generation might be interested in going to look at the, you know, the characters and go and pick up either the video games, or they'll go look at the older movies, you know. And
is it really for kids though? I mean, you really gonna let your kids play and watch this stuff?
No, probably like teenagers watch it, like letting the kids play the game, maybe. But like I said, even when I was 10, I was like, should we be playing this?
I know.
You know what I mean?
I just killed the guy off the bridge and he led into a pool full of spikes. Am I okay?
Am I okay? Right? We were getting desensitized at such a young age, you know.
I know, right?
Freeze them and make them explode.
That's into a big bowl of bloody bones.
Yeah, that's what happens when you really freeze, you know. That's real life.
But speaking of real life, man, guess what company? You guys know who owns Mortal Kombat, right? The company.
Is it Sony?
No, Warner Brothers. And Warner Brothers owns so many IPs. That's the reason why you were able to get Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers. These are all characters in these expansion packs when you buy the game. So you can relive your childhood nightmare in the same way, where you can have,
yay!
You know what I'm saying? No, you can have Freddy versus Jason, those things, right? But nonetheless, I will say this, you know, Midway was the originator of the game. Then Williams took over Midway, and Midway, if you guys know, they were owned by Namco. And if y'all know who Namco owns, Pac-Man, our beloved Pac-Man. So we went from a little bitty yellow dot eating little pellets to a dragon turning sensei eating people's body. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing. It's amazing. But what else you got for the millennium moment, OG? That's
it, bro. That is it. I just wanted to expand a little bit more on this great movie coming out, you know, drop a little bit of insight, and go watch those animated series if you guys haven't seen them. I heard that they're really good. I've only seen one of them, but I'm
nice.
Hey, read the comics. Let me know how they are if you guys are reading them, you know.
I'm sure fatalities and animation is a lot better as well.
Yeah. That's all I got, though. That's the moment.
Yeah, Bobby.
Very nice. So,
look, give us some P's. Profitable parenting is about prom. Talk to us, girl. Talk to us.
So obviously we're in the month of March. We've got April, May coming up, and depending on what part of the US you're in and whatnot, you got prom coming up. Whew. And so my daughter's a junior this year. And so we were talking about what does that look like? I've seen, you know, I don't want to just go look at all these like older teen movies and you see the parents, they're over here, you know, $1,000 on the dress. You know what I mean? They got the limo, the chauffeur, like all of that stuff. And like, that's just not realistic. In my mind, that's just not realistic, you know? And so I try to figure out like how much should you be spending on prom? Like, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to come off being like cheap, but let's be sensible, okay?
Yeah.
Let's be reasonable, especially if your child, your teenager ain't buying anything. Look, it looked like it's about to be a Ross and Burlington type of a moment. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Don't sleep on the
But
Burlington.
hey,
yeah,
look,
don't sleep on Burlington.
so I was just about to tell that wedding that we went to on Friday, a couple of weeks ago. My daughter and I, we did go to Burlington, and she really liked this dress. You know, she's like, "Oh, it looks real nice on the hanger." But once she tried it on, it looked beautiful on her. It's a real pretty emerald green color. Not nothing short. It was a longer dress, very very beautiful. And she was like, "Mom, you're not gonna believe this." She's like, "It's $11.99 and it fits me so good." She's like, she's telling me I could wear it for the wedding, but I could also wear it to prom, huh? So we don't even have to buy two dresses. I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine," and stuff. So she was all excited, you know, and
Smart.
you know what I mean? Like, look, I'm not cheap, but let's be frugal. I ended up paying twice as much for the shoes. I think the shoes were like $27, but again, wear them for the wedding, wear them for prom.
Yeah.
And so, you know, trying to find good use. And hey, if you're in whatever area of the US you're in, I would definitely encourage you, if you are on a budget, nothing wrong with that. Listen, I said be sensible. Be sensible. This is not a teenage movie. There's nothing wrong with going to Goodwill, going to thrift stores. And I know that there's some places, I know here in the San Antonio area, I think it's put on through like the Department of Family Protective Services, maybe even kids who are in CPS. I believe that there are different centers where people have donated their prom dresses and their shoes, and you can go and get, you know, tuxedos. You can go and get dresses and stuff for free
Wow.
and stuff. So yeah, so
You
if
know
you're in
what?
need, look that up. If you're in the Los Angeles area, if you're in the San Antonio area, take a look to see what some of those centers around you might have. You know, we want to make sure our kids look good and feel good while they show up, you know, to hang out with their friends and to make memories. So
I got a suggestion.
go for it.
So just to let you guys know, and this is for our community as well, there are a lot of not podcasts, there are a lot of nonprofits out there that donate to schools, that donate to communities. I know Sisters of Watts, they recently were on Jennifer Hudson's show last week, but they every year they donate about 10 to 20 dresses when it comes to the prom. They also do the girls' hair. And then I know that they even sponsor some young men's tuxedos. So look into your nonprofits. Look and see what they have available, because some of the nonprofits out there, they actually have grants particularly for that, you know, for helping the community, like community closets like that. And it's brand new. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying? If you can't get something like that, my thing is this. The outfit doesn't make you, you make the outfit, right? So if you go to Walmart and get you some nice pants, all black pants and jeans, nobody know you got them from Walmart. You want to go and get you a nice cover bun and stuff, rent it, and guess what else you can do? Don't tell nobody this, but your big cousin Corey told you. Go to Nike, buy some Air Force One, buy the most expensive pair of shoes you can. Wear them for that night, and that Saturday morning, return them. It's no different than buying a tux, people. It isn't. You get your full refund. It's only for one night. I'm telling you,
That's funny.
Because think about it. How many times have you bought a tuxedo and you rent it, and then you went and returned it? Did you get money back? Yeah, I've done it several times. I got no money back. But if I go and buy an outfit and look good, take pictures, stunt, do all the memorable things, and then I go just say, you know what, go there, you know what, I realized I can't afford this. Well, I knew I couldn't afford it. Here, here's the receipt. Here goes the
Mhm.
packaging. You know what I'm saying? It may smell a little, but you know what? What's your return policy? You got to stand by it. They have a budget for things like this, you know.
Yeah.
So go to your Foot Locker, buy the most expensive shoes that you can wear. Make sure you look fly that night. Because honestly, nowadays kids only go buy shoes. They like, if you got nice shoes, why my camera doing that to me?
Mhm.
I'm this way.
They didn't like what you were saying.
I know, right? He thought I was gonna return him. But nah, you know what I'm saying? You just go and buy, you know what I'm saying? Buy it and then return it. Don't spend all that money on these made up events in life. I went to the prom, you know what I'm saying? I went to the prom by myself. I had a good time. You know what I mean? But a lot of my friends went to the prom with people and they couldn't even afford grad night. Why? They spent all their money on prom. That's not my story, nor will it be my kid's story.
Nope.
You want to wear those $300 pair of Air Force Ones or Jordans? Sure, just keep that tag, right? So when you turn it, you get that $300 back.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Don't damage the shoes. 'Cause if you damage them, stain them, that's a whole other issue.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know, but you know, just be sensible when it comes to prom. You know, try to figure out whatever your budget looks like, and make sure you stick to it. And encourage your kid, hey, stick to it too. It's a whole lot easier to spend somebody else's money, but when it comes to your own,
yeah,
you know what I mean. If they do want to go out, do some extra stuff, you know, then that's cool.
That's cool.
Let them have them pay for it. I know I've heard that, you know, some kids, they all chip in and get a limo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They rent a limo and stuff depending on where they're going. And so,
And limos is dope. Don't get me wrong. A limo is dope because you got somebody else being your chaperone. You are not held responsible for the drunk driving. Because let's be honest, people press the limit a lot when it's on prom. You know, I think prom is so hyped up that people get more excited about prom than they do about graduation. Which, let's be honest, because people are bought into these fairy tales. Oh, this is the night you become a man. This is the night you become a woman. You know what I'm saying? No, this is just the night you dress up in an expensive gear and you go out and hang out with your friends. It's a little bit more expensive than homecoming. That's all it is. It's homecoming on steroids. That's all. I honestly, on my senior year, I don't even know which one was the other until if I didn't have pictures, I would have sworn my homecoming was my prom. Right. But you know, I do got something for y'all. And I didn't know you was going to do this, but I want to show y'all. You know our main man Gmo, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, let's see it.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm in the picture too, though. I'm in the picture too. But we got the prom picture right there.
Oh my goodness.
There goes, that's me right there. And there goes Gmo, right?
I'm about to say, is that him in the middle in the white tux?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Dope.
Yeah,
Flashback.
man. That's the flashback. That's the Beta Phi
awesome.
Psi Sigma Alpha Psi 1999.
That's the prom picture?
Yeah, that's the prom picture. I got the
That's
other
why I
one.
wasn't in it, man. Goddamn, 1 year behind.
I got the homecoming one with you in the red outfit. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find it.
Oh,
Dude,
like I want to see this.
Dude, there was one time where me and Geronimo wore the same fucking thing, man. It was weird for me. I never went to prom and shit, but like, for you guys talking about clothing and shit, right? So like the first winter formal, my mom rented me the tuxedo from like I don't remember where it was. Like they rented me the tuxedo the first one. And then I started working and I had a job. And then me and Geronimo was like, all right, I don't remember what dance it was, but we were like, all right, we're gonna wear the same thing. So we wore the same fucking thing for some reason. And then the last one, I got a dope ass suit from the Goodwill with a nice little silk shirt, right? And I got a tailor stuff. I was in there pimped out, right? You know, motherfucker pimped out with the glasses and shit, trying to put on sexy faces.
I know, right? We all had to pose like,
yeah, you know, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Oh man, you guys made me so vain in high school. You guys,
we were so, but let's just be honest. high school was a highlight year. I mean, was a highlight reel for some of our success. That's how me and you know each other, Donald. That's how me and Gmo know each other. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? High school.
Yeah.
And
That friend has taught me how to be a positive role model throughout my community.
yep.
Right.
Brotherhood friendship for you. Beta 5.
Yeah, man. But I think for the new days, prom prices are probably 5 times as high as they are now than they were back in the 90s, I'd imagine. You know?
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. But with inflation, that's with everything, right? You know what I'm saying? Prom probably like I know I spent $400 on my homecoming limo, and this was when I was in 11th grade. It was right after I became a beta. I was like, you know what? I got this money. I had a nice little job, and I was selling candy at school. Then I rented me a limo and took my girlfriend at the time. I was bored. I was like, I could have had the bros in this limo. We could have been turning up. I was like, yeah.
So
You know what I'm saying? But but for my wife's 30th birthday, it was the year after me and her got married. I rented this I think it was the stretch excursion. And I surprised her because she had never been in a limo. So she was upset. Like she went to church event and she was like, they got back late. And I was just thanking God that the excursion didn't pull up when she came, because it blew everything out. But then I was like, you ready to go out to eat? She was like, yeah, I just don't want to drive. I said, don't worry, I got you. And then everybody started showing up to the apartment. They were like, where are you? Why are you here? Oh, Corey told me to be here. Corey told me to be here. I'm like, what? So we all riding together? Like, sort of. And she was like, how everybody gonna fit? And then the people in the limo called me. They was outside. It was like, we arrived. I was like, let's go outside. We go to the car. She was like, but the car is this way. She walked out there because she was like, Corey, you can never hold water. I was like, but I held a limo. And she was like, oh my God. It was a stretch limo. Her auntie, her cousins, our friends from church. We had a ball. We just rolled around in the limo. I think we went to El Torito.
damn, El Torito, man. They sold me alcohol as a minor there, dude. I remember going to El Torito with y'all.
Yeah, man.
Different night though, but
having a ball. But I'm just saying, like, I think
flashback.
Yeah, I think Bobby, I'm gonna let you close this section out because
what's the dollar limit? What is the dollar limit?
Yeah, what is the dollar limit?
All right. True dollar limit. If you have a decent budget, I probably wouldn't spend more than $40 on shoes. I'm talking about for females. Gentlemen, I don't know. That's not my forte. I'm a girl mom. I can only tell you for sure. I think like $40 on a nice pair of shoes, definitely. I wouldn't say, use them and return them. I would definitely say save those for another day for sure. Now we got lucky. We went to Burlington. Beautiful dress. I said $11.99. Not bad at all. But I think there's a few different malls that they specialize in these types of dresses. Some of these dresses range anywhere from like $40 to $80. So maybe keep your budget under 120, and offer to do your daughter's hair, do her hair. If somebody's gonna be picking her up or taking her out, then make sure she has, a cute little corsage or something to go. You want everybody to kind of color coordinate, and so that's going to take some effort. But yeah, I would definitely say let's top it at 150. Call it a day. To me, that's still kind of pricey, but hey,
these are Texas prices. Keep in mind. Texas prices.
These are Texas prices. I don't know what that looks like in California, unfortunately. So
you can get a pair of shoes for about $50 if you're looking for a nice pair of shoes. Guys, go to Burlington Coat Factory, right? Like she said.
Back at Burlington, $27. Some beautiful, golden heels, all sparkly and everything. So.
I got it at Ross.
Just make sure that you the only person who wore those shoes. Because you can go to Burlington Co. I bought a pair of shoes for my nephew at Burlington Co. And when I just got it because I was in a rush. I looked at the bottom of them after I'm in the car. I was like, oh, these is somebody wore these shoes. I'm like,
man.
I was like, oh,
I tell
but
you,
hey,
Burlington Coat Factory, man, they furnished my entire wardrobe when I was doing business to business sales for 3 years.
hey,
Like
All
I
right.
was wearing nothing but Kenneth with the Kenneth Hahn or Kenneth Cole shirts,
Yeah.
I was getting the Kenneth Hahn pants or the nice Dickie sweat or not sweatpants, but dress pants and fucking
Mhm.
like dude, like yeah, nice tie sequences and shit, man. I was looking fly, man. Shirts like
Yeah, for
so
sure.
reasonably priced. You go there with $200, you're walking out with like 4 outfits at
They
least,
do
right?
in the men's section. They have some very nice formal wear in the men's section. I think you could very easily put something together.
And on, man, they
Absolutely.
sold those little packs. You get the shirt, you get the tie, like
Hmm.
15, $16.
Yep, you can't beat that. Listen, just stay in the budget. You can look fly and still be on a budget. Okay, nothing wrong with that.
we fly high, and you know it. Bowling.
Yep. Now, if you do got the finances, go all out, right? Like if you're working hard, and you got the money, yeah, give your kid everything, man. Make it that night to remember. Night to remember. It only happens one time, right? Like I missed my prom and it didn't devastate me, but I mean that's like one significant moment in a person's life that they will probably remember. So
Yeah,
like
I mean, but I look at it like this. To be 100% honest, prom was great, and yes, it was a memorable night. But you can just have a great experience doing a lot of other things, right? And when you do those things, you just live in the moment, right? That's all it is, living in the moment. I think what I took for granted by me being in high school was the fact that there were like all these other in these memorable activities we could have participated, like prep rallies and things like that, right? I was so caught up in going to work because of the fact that I had a job in high school because I had to help support the family that I, help support my mom and stuff. I didn't get a chance to understand part of the reason that why we go to school is also to develop our communication skills with our peers, right?
Mhm.
And I think a lack of that weighs on us when we have these conversations, when we go to other places. Like people, if you go to networking events, sometimes you can't hold a conversation well because of the fact that you're not in the know of certain things because you're too busy spending a lot of energy and a lot of time over here, working, grinding. And I get it. There's a grind. You gotta get the paper, gotta get the money, but you also have to have a life. And if you're too busy focusing on trying to build a life, you'll never appreciate the time that you're spending right now. And that's where I have so many regrets from my high school days. Like I I I do. I do. Like after school programs, like Don, you ran track. Look behind you. You got all those things. That's a sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? You
I
have
was
to,
working too, man. It was hard.
yeah, right.
Life wasn't easy as a teenager.
Exactly. But it was a sacrifice you had to make, right?
Yep.
Um, I didn't get a chance to be able to play football like I wanted to in high school, right? Because I had to go work. It was a sacrifice. Had I went play football, I probably would have been pretty good. And if I'd have been good, I probably would have been able to go to the league. But I say that to say this: when you do experience prom, those and the parents that have children that's going to prom, allow them to enjoy this moment because they'll never get it again, but they will always remember the feeling of that moment.
Mhm.
Yep.
True. True. Good way to end the segment. Thank you, Corey, for that advice. It's fantastic.
Thank you.
No
Thank
prom babies. Wrap it
you.
up.
Well, you know what? I don't have a problem with prom babies. Can I let me touch on this real quick. Real quick. I don't
I'm
have a
opening
problem
that
with
can
prom
of
babies.
worms.
I don't have a problem. The reason why I say that because you're going to graduate from high school, right? Now you may have to delay college or you're going to have to work through college. But think about it. When your baby graduate from high school and go to college and you have a baby at 19, so they'll be 30, you'll be 37 and they'll be 18. Guess what? You got more life in you, baby. You can go and do some things after your kid is gone off. Gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm 44. I got 8 years until my last kid go to college. So you know what? How I'm gonna be 52. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm 52. You know what I'm saying?
Reality, man.
If I was 42, it'd be totally different. I'd be turned up with the perked up. You feel me?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So at first we used to frown about people having kids in high school. No, y'all was smart and didn't know it. Y'all got y'all groove on, groove back, and getting your groove on some more. We over here with the Geritol and the lip and the backache bomb and all this stuff. We can't party like that anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Is any of this relating to you, Bobby? Have you gone through any of this shit that we're talking about right now?
So I was like, I think whenever Grace graduates high school, I'll be like 46.
Yeah,
so
you got
to
time.
me, I mean, I had my kids later, a little bit later. My biological children. Remember, I told you I'm a mom of 6.
Mhm.
I have my 2 biological children. I had one when I was 29, one when I was 31. So I had kids when I was a little bit older. So
So yeah,
by the time Mercy finishes high school, I'm fucking 50 years old, man.
Right, you feel me?
Oh my goodness, she's 6.
It's
She's 6, so whenever you add that up, I mean, it is what
I
it
thought
is.
about that.
Listen, I'm gonna look so good though when I'm 50. Yeah. I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't drink. You know what I mean? I keep everything nice and clean. I take care of my body and stuff. So by the time it's time for my daughters to walk down the aisle, they're gonna be like, "Man, who's that? Is that the mother of the bride?" Hell yeah, that's gonna be me. Be
Bobby,
good.
I'm gonna tell you, I get you. You gonna have your age and your youth looking, but let me tell you, 30. You know how they say 40 is the new 30. Nah, player, your bones is still 40.
Oh.
You gonna wake up,
man.
When you start learning how to go to bed at an early age, at an early time, you're gonna be like, it's 8:30, it's past my bedtime.
No, you don't.
No.
So like the military ages you and stuff, and so like when I was in my 20s, I woke up and I'm like, good God, all the beating up of our bodies over time. I'm 38 and getting out of bed in the morning. I got to do a quick stretch. Got that plantar fasciitis. My shoulders ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing anymore. My back hurts. Like, it's like, damn.
You know what I'm saying?
I ain't even done nothing but wake up.
You know what I'm saying? Why the bottom of my feet hurting? I just stretched.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let's kick into this next segment now. So we're gonna be talking about it's March, like you said in the beginning of when we first started the podcast, we had talked about March being Women's History Month.
Yeah.
And so we want to take the time. Both Corey and myself are going to take some time, along with the excellent advice and the excellent commentary from OG Millennial on the different women that will be highlighting this segment. Corey, you want to go ahead and start with your ladies?
So us, all 3 of us, we all are business owners, right? And I believe that a lot of people who watch our show are business owners as well. And so I wanted to go ahead and highlight 2 of them. Well, one of them who's a business owner, Madam CJ Walker. And I know a lot of people have heard about Madam CJ Walker, but they probably only know her from just her being the first woman millionaire documented, right? Not black, not white, just the first woman millionaire. And a lot of people credit her millionaire status to her hair care products, right? But that's not what made her a millionaire. That's what made her famous. Let me break it down to you. Madam CJ Walker wasn't just selling hair products. She was building infrastructure. Born to formerly enslaved parents, she became America's first self-made female millionaire. Not influencer famous, not viral famous, but she built it from the ground up. But here's the part people skip over. She didn't just create products for Black women. She created opportunity for women. She trained thousands of women as sales agents, giving them income, confidence, and community at a time when doors were locked. That's not a side hustle. That's an economic revolution.
Oh, I like it.
Man, she invested in civil rights, funded scholarships, supported Black institutions, and she understood something powerful. unity. Wealth isn't about just ownership, it's about impact. Today's billion-dollar beauty industry, women-owned businesses, purpose-driven brands, that blueprint, she drafted. So salute to you, Madam C.J. Walker.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Perfect. It's beautiful, beautiful. Setting the foundation for, like you said, the beauty industry and stuff, and how wonderful that is that she was able to do that.
It looks like they made a Barbie for her too, you know. I'm looking here on the internet. It looks like she got a Barbie and she's holding like a little hair care product.
Yes. I went to the Mattel store, got a couple of hers. Ruth Gendrich, quite a few of them. I have them in there as a collectible for my youngest.
Damn, she died in 1919.
Yeah.
77, 87, 97, 07. Damn, she only lived to be 52 years old.
Well, that was a hard life back then. 52.
Yeah, that's true.
Back then. You know what I'm saying? Especially for a woman of color. But, you know.
But say, whenever you look at her story, you know, there's people definitely holding themselves back. And you take somebody like her, who came from somebody who came from truly from a slave background, ends up becoming a millionaire. Like, you got that hard work, that grit, that hustle. You're out there to build community. You're out there to create, you know, a generational wealth for other women and help build up other people and stuff. That's beautiful. You know, she was really in a place where she was probably very, very limited. She, you know, would be rolling in her grave, as they would say, to see the amount of freedom, you know, that individuals have today. You take opportunity, take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Go be an entrepreneur. Let me encourage the next Madam C.J. Walker to come out. You know, don't hide. If you got a fantastic product, show it off. Use social media for your advantage and stuff. So definitely building up other women. I love that. I love it.
Awesome. Bobby, who you got next?
Oh, y'all know I absolutely you know, with my military background, y'all know that I'm in the space industry and stuff. And so I wanted to highlight a woman. Her name is Ellen Ochoa. A fantastic individual. She had a pretty, you know, I would say humble upbringing. Believe it or not, she's born in Los Angeles, right in y'all's backyard.
Yeah. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
No, you had it right the other time. The first wave was right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the camera, the reverse camera, you know.
Reverse camera. I was looking at it too.
She was a second, third generation. She came from an immigrant family, from Mexican immigrants and stuff. And so I think her dad saw some of the setbacks that some Mexican immigrants face, especially with language barriers. And so he did not, even though her father and mother both spoke English and Spanish, they didn't want her to speak any Spanish.
What was her name?
Her only English. Ellen Ochoa. Yeah, so she was actually the first Mexican American in space. She was on the Discovery shuttle, and she graduated from San Diego University, went on to Stanford, got her PhD in engineering. And so, as far as I know now, she still sits as the first Hispanic female director of the Lyndon B. Johnson Space Center. Now, after she retired from NASA, she became the director over there. So it's fantastic. Kudos to her. You know, despite her humble beginnings, you know, these women coming from the ground up, they didn't come from, you know, the silver spoon in their mouth. No, they had to work hard. Yeah. And she's out here creating an example for her family and setting, you know, those standards. Her floor is going to be the ceiling for her children. You know what I mean? Her ceiling is going to be the floor for her children. My bad. Y'all know, you know exactly what I mean. Like she set the bar high, so now her children will be able to, you know, set that standard even higher. And you know what a wonderful example is that having women in this realm is fantastic. In the cyberspace realm and the defense realm, there's not a lot of women. you know, so I definitely wanted to highlight her impact, you know, to the United States and to NASA becoming the first, you know, Mexican American astronaut in space. So congratulations, Miss Ochoa.
Awesome, awesome. Congratulations. I knew we had some sound effects somewhere. All right. The last person we're gonna highlight today, and then we're gonna close, but I want to go ahead and do a flip of the script, right?
Mm-hmm.
Our very own Bobby Lopez. All right, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Lopez had endured a lot, and she is also in the process of creating an amazing book. I've read some of it. I'm not going to say any more about it, but I can just tell you this: it is going to change your world. Bobby Lopez, that's Bobbi, because the Y is for a guy.
The guy.
You know what I'm saying? She has a family, you know, and she has took on motherhood from adoption. And not only that, she's also the owner of Patriot Restorations, a water restoration company that if you in the Bexar County area and you have some form of water damage whatsoever, we want to make sure that this young lady is highlighted in Women's History Month. Because why? She's not only just a business owner, she's part of the TSN, Technically Speaking News family. So, Bobby, we want to give you a round of applause and say,
Donald got it.
Yeah. There we go. I knew I.
Oh, there we go.
Delayed.
Well,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
Bobby was the backbone, man. You're the backbone of the show, yo. You don't even know it.
No, I don't know about all that. Just
Yeah.
stay hidden in the shadows.
In NASA. So, Bobby, is there anything before we end this show you want to go ahead and let the people know about you?
I really hone in on you know, women being fantastic mothers, setting the example inside of your home, but also setting an example outside of your home. Every day I wake up, I immediately, above all else, I thank God for giving me another day on earth. I thank God for my job, that I have a way to provide for my family. I have a vehicle to get me to work. I am very, very privileged to live here in the United States of America, where I have freedom. I have, it's not a skin color issue. We as Americans really take the privilege that of freedoms that we have here for granted daily. And I would encourage you to start your day off right. Thank the Lord first and above all for everything that we have. And I thank God for my family, for my husband. I pray a lot over my husband and stuff. He's a fantastic leader. I'm only able to do some of the things that I do because of him, because of his support. So my husband is not military, and anytime I left on deployments, he always held it down here at the house and took care of, you know, our kiddos. He homeschools our girls, and so it's not just about me, because behind every person who's successful, they're going to have somebody behind them who are going to be uplifting them and supporting them. So above all, like, kudos to my husband, and thanks be to God for blessing me every day with his presence in my life, because I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for the favor of God, because I got the favor of God.
Okay.
And my wonderful husband, Valentin. So
Awesome.
Appreciate that.
So with that, thank you guys for riding with us to the end of the show. Bobby, go ahead, tell them what I just said, but in your own way.
For sure. No, it's okay. So yes, we are a disabled veteran-owned small business here in the state of Texas. Myself, Bobby Lopez, I do own and run a water damage restoration company, Patriot Restorations LLC. So we take care of, you know, water damage claims that have been put through your insurance, or even personal water damage that has taken place, whether it's a water heater, refrigerator, leaky washer, whatever that looks like. If there's damage, you're more than welcome to get a hold hold of me on Instagram, bobby.lopez.5. And you can find me also, Bobby Lopez, on Facebook. And so if you are in the Bexar County area, we also take care of all the surrounding counties as well. Hit me up. Let me know what's wrong. Unfortunately, just so you know, because of our high humidity here in Texas, it takes less than 48 hours for mold to kind of begin to grow. So please take that into consideration. Definitely don't delay on that. So if you've got questions, give me a call.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Bobby. On to Dr. Poole, OG Millennial. Talk to your people.
I wore my pink shirt for this show. You know, the pinkest shirt I got. You know, kind of. It's for the ladies. You know, mom. Definitely,
I like it on you.
You are the woman. Oh, thanks, man. It's kind of more of a salmon color, I guess. You know, but it's close enough. You know, like.
Yeah,
But
looks good.
I want to shout out my moms for this month. You know, the most hardworking woman I've ever seen in my life. You know, she's done so much and sacrificed so much to help me, not just as a youth, but as an adult as well. And I don't know where I would be without my mama. So I love you, mama, and you are my hero this month.
All
Yeah,
right.
my mama. Anyways, Millennial Nation worldwide, we love our mothers, and you should too. You can follow me at O_G_millennial on the social medias, but more importantly, go to Millennial Nation worldwide. Join the page, and you could get some good insights to the world through the eyes of this millennial right here. And then if you got some pools, you could email me at the same link, OG Millennial, you know, and just send me a message. I could give you some quotes or some prices or something like that, you know, answer some questions if you got them.
Cool.
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke them if you got 'em.
All right. So, it's your main man with the game plan, Corey Giovanni. And if you're looking into starting your podcast, or you want to go ahead and get a framework built for your business or your side hustle, make sure you click the link in the description at my stand store and book an appointment. I have free consultation and also have some digital products there. If you already know the venture you want to go to and just want to click and go, they're right there for you. And I want to highlight my wife, who is a phenomenal woman. Because of the woman that she is, I have the freedoms to do the things that I do for our family, and I wouldn't take anything away from her. That's my best friend. And you know, that's I just thought about it, you know. If it's okay with the team, every week for the month of March, let's highlight a phenomenal woman. Is that good? Can we do that?
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's Women's History Month. We want to make sure that, you know, we take care of our women. Not
You
only
hear that, Mom? You got a whole month's worth of shout outs coming your way. The whole month.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Moms, aunties, sisters, nieces, daughters. We want to just show love where love needs to be shown. Because if it wasn't for a woman, we would not have been here. I mean, of course, it wasn't for a man either. But you know what I'm saying? We had to travel through that 9-month canal. And
for
with
real.
that being said,
ain't no joke.
right? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no joke. Thank you guys for tuning in. And that is another episode of TS News. Thanking you, giving you news
that you can use. Comment, like, subscribe, and share.
Yes.
Be safe.
Think about.
Think about.
In there.